Welcome to a milk market tidbit for the September milk production report that USDA released yesterday. This is Dr. Lawrence Jones, and I'm recording this on Tuesday, November the 11th. The milk production report is normally the first report we get of the month. Now, this one was actually about 20 some days late because it was due back around the 21st and it was actually released on the 10th. Now, normally we're going to get the cold storage report and the dairy products report, but until the government is reopened, we just don't know when we're going to get some of those reports. So let's look at how this was kind of put together. So here are the numbers, and obviously both the typical and the StoneX numbers were lower than what it actually came in. And this was a quarterly report, so it did a little bit more in-depth analysis of the cow numbers and milk production. We'll start with the revisions. Milk per cow was down just a little bit, but cow numbers were up 21,000 and milk production was up, about 23 million pounds. So now when we look at the actual versus the typical, cow numbers came up significantly. So we're at 9.581, we're up 40,000 from August. Milk per cow was pretty much the same as it was, and overall daily production was at the 100.4. Now we'd kind of thought it would be about 100%, so it was very close to what we thought it would be. Historically, if we look at what USDA normally does, it's about 99.6, so we're about 3/4 of a point higher than what is typically normal from August to September. And next month, we should also be in that 99.7, so we might be a little stronger yet. But the big news is these cow numbers. This has just rocketed up. So we're at 9.581. I was hoping we would kind of flatten out at 9.5, but we've added another 500,000 cows. And compared to a year ago, we're up just about 250,000 cows, 226,000 cows. And this is going to be a record cow number, so we haven't seen this in a long time. And there's some evidence that the rate of change here was only kind of eclipsed back when we had a buyout and then the buyout stopped, or some of those artificial things that happened. But this is just being driven by basically milk plants. So if we look at daily production, this was an all-time record for September. It came in just a little bit higher than what we thought it would. And if we extend this long-term trend, we're right about on top of it. So again, we flattened out here for 3 years. I was thinking that we might have this under control, but then we just took off again. Milk per cow also set an all-time record for September. That came in very close to where we thought it would. And again, if you look at this long-term trend, we're probably under it a little bit. So we've dialed back milk per cow just a little bit, but again, we're getting a lot of cows. So my prediction for fat for this agricultural prices for September would be around 424. That's up about 8 ticks from August, but again, I don't know when we're going to get that data. But if we do that, what we're going to do is going to print a month over month at 2% up. And then year over year, we're going to be up almost 6%. So significant increases in fat production. Now, normally I end up with a calendar, but I'm going to skip that because until the government is open and we get some sort of normalcy here, there's just no sense of predicting when things are going to be released. But we will get the statistical uniform prices here in the next couple of days. So I will get you another milk market tidbit on the federal milk marketing orders.